What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Car Concierge Show, where we try to help you buy, sell, maintain, repair all of your vehicles. I'm your boy Chris Surratt. In an attempt to stay consistent, we're gonna do another episode real quickly. I just want to touch on one quick subject for a second, and then we're gonna get y'all out of here. Over the past couple weeks, we've been talking about all of the layoffs that have been happening. Tesla laid off 10% of its workers not too long ago. GM laid off a lot of people. And there was just major layoffs after the whole union shuffle with the big three, where they caved and started paying all these people when they came to the table and increased the pay rates and everything, the big UAW thing with the Fang guy or whatever. And I'm a big I watch a lot of news specifically about the automotive industry, and I've been also watching a lot of news where it comes to the whole union situation and how the president got involved. It was just a big thing. And my big takeaway from it is that after they went through all that to give all these people more money and give them more opportunity, and when it comes to their jobs, there was still major layoffs. And I have to say that I come from a union family. My grandmother was super big in the union. One of my most favorite toys I've ever had was this huge semi-truck toy that my grandmother got me for one Christmas. It was a huge full semi with the cab and the body, and it had a UAW symbol on the side, UAW on the truck itself, and then on the body. Favorite toy. I knew my grandmother worked at a UAW facility that manufactured semi-trucks. I knew she was a part of the union. I think she was president at one point. So I say that all to say that it's hard for me to, sit here and say bad things about unions, because I know that unions played a major part in my upbringing. I know that I have maybe like 2 jobs I had unions, and what I did remember about unions were, well, I'm gonna hold off on that. We're gonna so real quick, what we're talking about today is a Volkswagen plant in Chattanooga, Tennessee, which I'm probably going to end up going to in a couple weeks. A Volkswagen plant in Chattanooga, Tennessee has just unionized, and they're very happy about it, and that's why I'm having really conflicting feelings about this whole, the whole thing. I'm just, I don't know how I feel. It's the best way for me to say that, because I am, I spent a lot of time union strong, and I'm from Indiana, and unions are major in Indiana, and now of course it looks like they major in Tennessee too. So real quick, we're gonna check out a news feed about the UAW taking over or being implemented in this plant in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to get y'all out of here. So,
employees voted, with 73% of them voting to join the historic move for Volkswagen employees who are now part of the United Auto Workers Union. More than 3,600 employees voted, with 73% of them voting to join the UAW. The NLRB says there was about an 84% turnout of eligible voters. The UAW says workers at non-union plants generally earn less than their counterparts at unionized plants. Experts say this is likely the reason for the successful unionization after past votes failed.
President Biden supports the union, saying congratulations to the workers at Volkswagen in Chattanooga, Tennessee, on their historic vote for union representation with the UAW. I will continue to stand with American workers and stand against efforts from Republican officials to weaken workers' voice.
While the president congratulated the workers, Governor Bill Lee condemned the decision to join the UAW. He said, "I joined fellow governors in opposing the UAW's unionization campaign. A successful unionization drive will stop growth in its tracks to the detriment of American workers."
So, what's next after this vote?
Dallas Payton tells us what we can expect. Dallas.
Cindy, David, the UAW will be sending its first letter to Volkswagen to let the plant know what they can and can't do. UAW Region 8 Director Tim Smith explained what the letter will address.
Effective today, there's no rules, no policies, no layoffs, no machines can be moved. Everything now has to be negotiated between the UAW and Volkswagen.
Next, Smith and other region leaders will be working with local leaders to elect an election committee.
They handle all the elections inside that local union. When it comes to the bargaining committee, when it comes to the e-board, over the next many years, if somebody gets a position and finds out it's not for them and then decides they decline that position, then they have to run another election.
Smith says it'll be a while before collective bargaining begins. When that time comes, a survey will go out to VW employees.
Every worker in that plant will have an opportunity to fill out a survey. What do they want to see changed? It could be attendance policies, wages and benefits, vacation. It could be a variety.
While the union represented some foreign automaker plants in the past, including a Volkswagen plant in Pennsylvania, a Mitsubishi plant in Illinois, and a joint venture in California operated by Toyota and General Motors, those plants have long since closed. Many have blamed the closing of those plants on UAW. Smith says that's a tactic to scare people away, and that won't be the case at VW.
Well, these workers are going to put out the best Volkswagens and Audis that can be made, and we're proud of that. We're proud to put a sticker on our vehicle say union made and American made. We're proud of that. So when you're building quality cars and you're doing your job, they're not going to close the plant.
Smith says a contract still needs to be agreed upon before they can elect the representative to represent the union and before they can officially start to bring employees onto the union as well. There is no timeline on when that contract will happen. Reporting live in Hamilton County for Local 3 News, I'm Dallas Payton.
Shout out to Dallas, bringing us the local news. But here's my thing, okay? It seems like it's great. I'm trying my best to not shit on unions. I know that unions in some situations are very important. I know they have the ability to. A union, in principle, is supposed to back the workers. That is the purpose of a union. A union is supposed to make sure that what a worker at a particular place needs to be a successful worker is given to that worker. It also is used to represent that worker if he's terminated, if he's reprimanded in any way. They provide the lawyers. They're supposed to back you. They're supposed to back you in all situations when it comes to you against the company that you work for, okay? And like they were saying in the little video, there are a lot of unions. There are a lot of factories that were union ran that are not here anymore. Matter of fact, when I go home, the factory that my grandmother worked at, I know exactly where it is. I've been there several times. It closed a couple of years ago. And the biggest takeaway from the whole union thing with Fane and all of that, after it was all said and done, after all these people got raises and better whatever they worked out, the majority of them got fired. And isn't that what unions are supposed to be, to stop people from losing their jobs? See, now that I'm thinking about this, my mind comes to think that the union is only helpful to you if you're still employed at the location. But once you're terminated, which it seems to me that the union doesn't have any say-so in, because even back when I was working at a union represented factory, you could be fired and the union wouldn't do anything. But if you were like suspended or reprimanded or your hours were cut, then they'd say something, you know. But not if you were fired. If you were terminated on bad terms, maybe they'll try to fight to keep your job in some cases. But that's what I'm saying. In most of the cases, what I'm seeing now is that people are still losing their jobs. And the important take from that video was that they were comparing themselves to other union factories around them that were paying more. And then they also said that they were comparing themselves to other union factories that were not even in business anymore. And at the end, this cat gonna say, oh well, as long as they're putting out good vehicles and everything like that, you know, they're gonna keep their jobs. And the union is gonna be helpful for them. In Chattanooga, Tennessee. I don't know, man. I'm really conflicted about this. You know, I want to believe that the union still has our backs, and they always will. I want to believe that all the loyalty that we showed them, you know, back when I was a kid, is well deserved. But every time I look up, when I see the UAW logo or hear somebody talking about the UAW, it comes with the added extent of their people still losing jobs. So, just a quick show, guys. Just giving my quick piece on this whole situation with the UAW. Has been going on for quite some time, and then, you know, it looks like they're getting stronger. They unionized in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's a beautiful thing for those people. Those people seem extremely happy, and I extremely hope that it's a great thing for them. Nothing is in effect yet. They ain't even started negotiating for better pay or better hours or anything like that. So the happiness is a little bit premature. But hey, take it as a good thing. Be happy. Make it a good thing, and everybody will continue to progress. But you better keep that factory running good, union or not. Alright, my friends, let me go and get up out of y'all. This is your boy Chris Surratt. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button. And we're just gonna keep it going, keep it consistent. We're gonna do it every Wednesday and every Sunday. We're gonna do a show on Wednesday. Maybe more than this, not as quick as this. I have a real estate thing to do. I got a little bit, and it's gonna be a busy day. So just quick in and out for the UAW. But we're gonna do our weekend review on Sunday, and we're just gonna keep it consistent, man. All right, y'all. Take care of yourselves and have a good day.